Hey everybody, it's Durger time. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Total Extreme Wrestling 2016, the Wednesday Night War. And we had a pretty good show. We did it. We broke, I guess we broke the losing streak quite significantly. We had a lot of praise for our show. It came down pretty well. We had a B-. We cheated a little bit to get there, but it worked. But we have a problem. We have a pretty big problem. And our problem is, last episode, we still had to spin the wheel, win or lose. And unfortunately, all those losses stacked up to a lot of McMahon meddlings on the wheel. And it finally hit. And we have been told that we need more storylines in our episode. And that we can only have one match. One match for an entire 2-hour episode. Yeah. I mean, there's ways to do it. Don't get me wrong. But we'll have to figure out how. We also have a problem of, we said we were going to have a Velveteen Dream match tonight with a kind of a blow-off match with Dalton Castle. And I can't imagine that's going to go for 2 hours. Or be of enough quality to raise it. So I don't know. We're going to have to figure something out. I got nothing. It's going to be nuts. We will figure out what the hell to do. Right now, we got nothing in the books in terms of creative that we have to worry about. Nothing on the back end. We got Finn coming in soon. In fact, we can get his character set here. That's pretty great. When are you? Oh, he's here now. He's ready to go. We might stick him back to his Prince route and have him be a heel. So, I mean, that gives us a pretty good... Well, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are leaving. We still have Bray. We have Jay Lethal now. Finn Balor. Ricochet is technically a main eventer. Xavier Woods is a main eventer. AJ we have one more match with. Pretty good stuff there in terms of talent now. Our lower card, though, still a little underwhelming. There's a huge gap in skill set between even the upper mid-carders and the main eventers, which is a issue. Adam Cole and Matt Riddle are significantly, and Johnny Gargano are significantly lower in skill set, to the point where I really question why. Usually I'm a big backer of Flash's mods, but looking at the NXT team here, I mean, maybe he lowered them because of the developmental issue. Like, they have to, otherwise they would be instantly shot up to the main event through the AI, so that would make sense, or they would be constantly complaining that they were ready to go. Though, you know, NXT is not really a developmental program anymore. It's really just a third brand, so it shouldn't be set as developmental in these future things anyways, right? It should be brand 3, I would say, which is not currently set as that. It's currently set as developmental. So definitely in the future, probably going to 2020, they'll have to look at that in terms of how to make the mods. Unfortunately, we are here in February having to deal with the reality of some of these characters are significantly underranked for where they should be, and that does not help us at all. And I don't really want to tweak them in the back end. I feel like that's too cheaty at this point. We're just kind of stuck with it, and we're here with it. But we'll make do. Right, as we do. I'm not that concerned, but it is definitely a pain because, like, I would love to have more stuff with Gargano, and you know, we would have maybe a Ciampa feud when Ciampa comes back, but right now, I don't know, with their diverging skill sets, I'm not sure if I'm willing to even do that. All right, let's go ahead. Let's sim over to NXT Live. Hopefully nothing crazy happens, and We'll take a quick look at AEW before that, see what moves they're making, if they're making any weird hires or anything like that. All right. Nothing much there. Sealing up that contract. What do we got? Conan Reeves is unhappy, and in the UK, El Ligero's contract is ending. Not really an issue for us. Let's quickly just take a look and see if AEW made any weird moves. Nope, nothing really. They just signing there, continuing to extend their contracts. Tyler Bate won a tournament. And Kenta's still in Dragon Gate. It'd be really funny to bring him back, but just drag his ass right back to NXT. Bandito's sidelined. Ooh, okay. That's not good. Danger Hawk walked out of Chikara. All right. Well, that's drama. We still have 3 more days. Let's continue. All right. What is going on here? Okay, these are just our contracts coming in. James Storms joins us. Pentagon joining AEW. Bray Wyatt's loan with WWE's gone. Johnny. What would he be? Johnny Next? What would John Morrison's name be in NXT? I don't know. Phoenix. Wait, Phoenix was working in CMLL and AAA? Boy, I didn't know that was allowed. That seems like not very likely to me, but all right. So we got some roster additions. Let's go down here to the not assigned. Show entire roster. Actually, we'll just filter to not assigned. Will be a lot easier. All right. Dakota Kai's still injured. Fandango's still injured. Phoenix. Don't know what he's going to be. Upper mid Carter. Do we want him to start as a face or a heel? Probably face. So we can do that. James Storm's probably going to be, or James Morrison, probably going to be a main eventer or upper mid Carter. Yeah. Starting to solve the problems with a weak upper mid card very slowly. Also probably upper mid Carter. And I think that's everybody. Oh, James Storm also should be upper mid Carter. All right. That looks pretty good. When are you in? Where do I find that? I don't think I can get to medical from here, can I? View profile, I think. Let's see. Back in 46 days. Her legs are bright red, destroying herself. Same thing. Torn labrum. 2 months. Jeez. All right. Is there any way we can expedite those? Did we already do that? Check medical real quick. Unable to perform due to surgery. So they're just there. Ciampa's out for 5 months. We're basically not going to have him. This show's going to end by then. It's going to be 2020. The game will be out by the time Ciampa's back in this freaking game. Jeez. All right. We got our show. Just don't know what we're going to do here. I'm gonna clear the air. There's a lot of people that had some slightly irritated feelings. We could probably afford that, and it should be fine. We want the pre-made NXT Full Sail Arena. Something that NXT should do is get out of Full Sail. We, in this game, obviously made a larger arena in Full Sail to accommodate them. But we cleared the air a lot already. A lot of people are angry. That's fine, though. All right. 2 hours. We have 2 hours for a single match. I mean, it should probably be something crazy like a Rumble or an elimination tournament or something. We could do a 60-minute Iron Man match. It still gives us another hour. We'll have to figure it out. Let's meet on the other side and see what the hell I come up with. Christ. All right, guys. We are back. Fuck. So you see that red? That's because we are not meeting our requirements for this show. This is a bad one. Oh, ooh. This is an episode that's going to have ramifications for us for a long time. But that's what happens when Vince McMahon meddles with you. We just have to go with what he says. Oh, Jesus. All right, let's see the show. We started off with a cheap pop from Triple H, who comes out and announces the first ever NXT Evolution Rumble. It will be a standard Royal Rumble style match with 30 competitors and a random lottery system that has been decided before the show. Gets the show off to a strong start. Got the crowd hotter. That's great because they have a 60 fucking minute show ahead of them. It's crazy. All right, we have afterwards a interview with Sasha Banks, talking to Cathy Kelly, and Sasha says that she's a champion, and people are asking her why she's so different here. But she says it's because all the other women around her are pathetic, and she realizes who she really is when she's the boss, and she's back, and is basically kind of fully cementing her heel persona. The one that kind of made her famous at NXT, that personally, in my opinion, they never should have got rid of when they moved her to WWE. But no more crying, sad, happy to be here, Sasha Banks. It's the angry, vindictive, do anything to win boss bitch Sasha Banks, which is a much better character for her. Got the crowd hotter. Did pretty well, actually. Afterwards, we have bullshit segment number 1. AJ walks backstage and he's on camera. All of a sudden he gets attacked by the Fiend in his mask, beat up, and then the lights go out. You hear AJ scream, and when the lights come back, it appears that the Fiend has kidnapped him to God knows where. And all we see is a zoom-in shot of the vacant NXT North American title laying on the ground with no sign of either competitor around. And nowhere seemingly that they could have gone to. It's just sheer magic. So AJ's gone. Poof. Just disappeared. We vacate the North American title. She's such a stupid angle. Afterwards, we have Dalton Castle. Actually does pretty well. Castle accepts Velveteen's challenge and kind of gives a bit of a promo saying that the next week will be a glorious night with the Dream Over match, and he and the boys are ready for anything. And in a similar segment, Dark Candace comes out and attacks Kamea backstage, abducts her like the Fiend did, but for this reason, we're not sure why yet, but seems like both of them are doing odd things backstage, and seems that Candace also now has superpowers. We have a segment. Wow, this is actually going so much better than it deserves right now. John Morrison comes in and he's interviewed, and he says he's back in WWE. And when he asked him where he wanted to be, he said that John Morrison needs to be. John Morrison is the future. Johnny is next, and he needs to challenge for the best championships, and the best championships are the NXT ones. Gets a very good rating for his egomaniac gimmick. Gets a great score for this segment. Afterwards, we have William Regal making an announcement that says that since AJ is missing and no one can find him, the Rumble will now be not just for the evolution of NXT, but also be for the North American title. And finally, actually, it's not that bad, a clusterfuck of a Rumble match with everybody. I mean, just everybody. Didn't have much heat, though. Keith Lee won the Battle Royal in 60 minutes. The final four were Xavier Woods, Ricochet, Dash Wilder. That Xavier Woods being the final elimination. Ricochet got the most eliminations. Dash Wilder set a record for surviving the longest. And Keith Lee wins the North American title. We got a bunch of debuts in here. Phoenix showed up for the first time. James Storm showed up for the first time. Briscoe and both Briscoe brothers showed up for the first time. A lot of stuff going on here. A lot of storylines gained heat in the match. It was set as a storytelling match. Man, this actually went so much better than I thought it would. Holy crap. And finally, we end the show with Triple H coming out and presenting the vacant North American title to Keith Lee. Keith Lee struggled here, but still, actually, we'll give him a huge rub here, which is good. Crowd was disappointed that there weren't any matches that were aimed at high spots, car crashes, or steal the show. Overall, though, this went so much better. I don't think we're going to beat AEW this week, though. 71 is a little low for us. I guess we will have to see what we got here. A lot of people are angry, by the way. AJ's gone. People don't like Keith Lee. We got some morale issues here. Maybe we can just give people money and make them go away. Here. Still unhappy. Jesus Christ. Here. There you go. Just going to throw money at everybody. There. Go away. Go away. Seriously? Here, go away. There you go. Daddy Vince has got some bonuses for you guys. Everyone's fine. Everyone's fine. What are you upset about? Here. It's a surefire way to blow $10 million really fast. Ricochet has one appearance left on his contract. Oh, right. He's also on our contract, isn't he? Finn will be able to start in 1 week. It's all fine. What are you upset about? Whatever. Here. Everyone's happy now. There we go. We solved all the problems. Uh-oh. Just fine him. It's fine. Drug incident. Whatever. Okay. All right. We have to look at this. I'm a little concerned, to be honest. Let's see. NXT Live was great. It had a lot of praise. Feedback was was decent, but hardly spectacular. Oh, we might win this. Let's take a look. But first, did I see Brian Kendrick available to negotiate? What's your offer from WWE right now? $5,800 a month written. Yeah. How about I make that? Does that look good? Join us. Cool. Do it. We could take a Brian Kendrick. I will always take the Brian Kendrick. All right. Let us see. First, what did we do? NXT Live 71C plus with a 2.09 broadcasting rating. AEW Just beat us. Not by much, though, because the TV rating was lower. So we don't lose that much, but we do lose because we have to add one more meddler to the McMahon meddling. They had a 53 C-. Damn it. Dustin Rhodes defeats Adam Page. So good. Brandy Rhodes defeats Allie. That is a pretty weak show, actually. That's unfortunate. All right, well, let's get the wheel up. We'll add one more meddler. We started with 2 because we reset it. I know some people in the comments were asking again what this is. This is a website called wheeldecide.com, which is a really easy way to do this. I actually did this for a drafting in a league in a WWE like 2K15 or 16 or something like that, and it's actually pretty helpful to just kind of spin the wheel. You can pretty much make as big of a wheel as you want, so it's kind of neat. All right, let's spin it. Let's hope we don't hit a McMahon, though let's be honest, you guys are all rooting for a McMahon meddler, aren't you? You really want it, I could tell. I don't think we're going to get one tonight, though. Ha! No medals today. We still are stuck on 3, but we don't have to worry about McMahon meddling. Though, overall, for what garbage they gave us, I think we did that okay. I think that went okay. We made a historic Rumble for NXT. We gave a title to an up-and-comer who deserves it. In fact, I wonder... Well, I guess Keith Lee's got to be over the moon, right? Only normal. He's just like, fine. He's like, whatever. He's like, whatever. Really? Come on, man. Just don't give a shit, huh? I guess he doesn't give a shit. Here, if I give you a bonus, will you be happier? There you go. There, I just want you happy. I just gave you a title. You should be happy. I gave you a title after stripping it off at AJ Styles. You should be pretty damn happy. We also haven't looked in a while at our creative meeting to see what we're looking at. Next big things. Boy 1 and Boy 2. I agree. Montez Ford. We might break up Montez Ford. Ring Generals. Who's hot? Who's not? All makes sense. And Hidden Gems are just the ones out in the world. Some options in here that aren't bad. Bring TJP back, or even bring Sammy back and putting him in his dumb NXT role might be kind of fun too. All right. Well, I think we polished that turd pretty effectively, and we actually turned it into something okay. We didn't win, but we didn't do nearly as bad as we thought we were going to do. So I'm actually quite pleased with what happened, even though I had to pay a lot of money to keep people happy. That was it for me today. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you next time.